that is one of my goals. I'd love to. Hello everyone, welcome to the Edward White Audio Thoughts. This is story time. This is where I just talk to a subject matter for 10 to 15 minutes and we just cover one or two sort of different things. This week I wanted to talk about being the best possible version of yourself and how could you be the best possible version of yourself. So I, over quarantine, over lockdown, have been doing a lot of soul searching, not that sort of thing, but I've been just becoming really mindful about how I can be the best possible version of myself and how I can grow and develop and learn new things and do new things and achieve the things that I want to achieve by just going through life the best possible way that I can. So ways that I see people doing this are through businesses, through how they sort of perceive life, how they see life, and yeah, for me, this is something that I never used to think about. I was very passive, in my life, from let's say teenager up until age of 23. I was just very, very passive, just kind of letting life happen to me, letting the things that I was doing, my experiences, my sort of daily drivers just being almost dictated to me, and not seeing myself as being the captain of my own life. Whereas I think if you can do that and you can have that mental switch, and it wasn't mental for me, it wasn't something that I did, it was external forces, a big catalyst in my life that changed, scary, but so many beneficial and good things have come from it. So if you're ever going through shit times, please understand that this is the start of something new and good. You just don't realise it yet. But I do think it's something you can either learn, you're either thrown in at the deep end or you develop it. And I think a lot of people develop it later in life. They develop it sort of when they've been through life and they've got roughened up a little bit. The thing I like about the fact about mine is I'm still quite young. I've had a lot of life experiences that wouldn't normally happen until later in life, and at the time scary as fuck. Now grateful, thankful, and yeah, I can see things with a bigger image. What's something that you've wanted to do, or achieve, or develop that you've always been putting off? And I'm not even just talking about in the sense of business. I'm talking about, could be anything from you want to make YouTube videos, I'll tell you one thing that I want to do is, I don't really know if it's a goal. I would love to live in the Netherlands, sort of particularly Amsterdam, and I just love the look of the city. I love the feel of it. Anytime I've been there, it's just been really nice and peaceful, and I quite like that. I also like the creativity of it. It's a very creative city, and very open, which I love. And yeah, that is one of my goals. I'd love to live in the Netherlands. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, what could I do now? What could I start doing now? Because obviously I can't afford to live in the Netherlands. I don't have the funds to to move over there. I don't have the time because I've got to obviously look after Bella, my 6-year-old daughter. But I was thinking, what could I do now? What could I put in place to sort of enhance my chances of actually achieving it, and it being, instead of just a dream, it's going to be sort of an actionable goal. And I thought, I could learn the language, and I've never learned a language. I've always struggled when it's learning like French and Spanish at school. But I just think, pardon me. I just think I'm in a better, clearer place now to do it. But I wanted to make this video because this is me just talking to it, but I want to help other people. And I want you to think, like, have you got any goals that you can achieve parts of it by doing something smaller, less substantial? Can you knock anything off the kind of to-do list of goals that wouldn't be the big goal itself, but they're a stepping stone to get you closer, and a kind of motivational driver. Like what could you do? Have a think about that, because I think it will help you develop onto your next sort of thing within your life. And do you set yourself goals? Do you set yourself things that you want to do and you want to achieve? Or are you just going through life? Like what is your kind of, what's your driver? What is pushing you forward? I really do think people need to be the best possible version of themselves, and you're always going to look back, you're going to look at other people, and you're going to compare yourself. I still do it now. I try to not do it, and it's hard though, in terms of like other agencies, other people who have a podcast, anything like that. It's like, so it's draining when you see other people's stuff and you're just like, like what have they got that I haven't? Why did that client go with them? Yeah, that's what I get. That is one thing that I get. But recently, going back, I've recently started to find like my just being really clear with myself when I'm doing habits that aren't pushing me forward. Like I made a video about the bad habits one somewhere. I'll link it above. You can go and watch that. Basically, like, stop doing bad habits. Look at your life. Look at what you're doing. And yeah, just live the best possible version of you. And this is so subjective because it can change. It can change so much. Because before, I would have said to you, why the fuck are you... Like, if past me was looking at future me now, being slow, meditating, being more focused, and being definitely more mindful, I would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? Get up and work and hustle and all of this. And I think I've got that. I've got the old Edward, but it's paired with the new Edward. So I've got the drive, I've got the hustle. I work late. I work all day. I don't really take holidays, but that's because I enjoy it and I like it. But then the added benefit of being more mindful and being taking things a little slower is that I don't burn out as much and I don't feel stressed as much, and then I can have more flows throughout my life that, instead of going really high peaks and really low troughs, it's basically just a continuous flow with, someone said this the other day, it was a continuous flow with little golden moments, or so basically, I can't remember the word. If I knew the word, it would sound really good. But like, yeah, like a continuous flow of just life. It's kind of going. I'll do it on there so you can see it. It's almost like a wave, just going, but nothing big or small. And obviously, you will get sometimes in your life something will happen, and you'll get a big one or a low one. But it's trying to recalibrate that so it's not as steep or as low. Obviously, with coronavirus, I'm pretty sure we're all aware of peaks and troughs at the minute in terms of, or peaks anyway, in terms of rates and stuff like that. But yeah, I do think, and if there's any way that I can help you, and if there's any way that I can give you advice or just I don't know, anything that I can do to help you, please let me know. Because I would love to share what I feel. And it sounds, yeah, this is going to sound weird. Anyone who's watching this, thank you for watching. But yeah, it sounds weird, and it does sound vain. But like, I feel it in myself, that I'm getting better and that I'm developing, that I'm not, it's not going to go like that, but that it's, if I continuously do the little things, I will do big things. And it sounds so vain. It does sound so vain. And this is me, this is literally a video of me doubting myself now. But I do think, I think, yeah, you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to know where you're going, and what you want to achieve. Because life is just, yeah. And I think for me, it'll be interesting to look back on these videos and what I'm saying, and seeing if I'm still saying it in however many years time. And if my advice is still the same, or if it's changed, and to like hold myself accountable. I think one of the things that like helps people develop and helps people grow is accountability. You can either get that through friends or family or someone you pay, or alternatively, I think by putting out content that saying you're going to do something, and saying your kind of ambition and your drive, you're holding yourself accountable. Every time I edit this, every time I see it, every time I get a notification, I am reminded of what I'm saying, and I do think it helps me to stay on track, and helps me to just keep clear about what I'm doing, and hopefully help people in the process. Because I'm not just doing this to just hear the sound of my voice. I do want to help people. I just don't know how to do it directly without knowing your sort of individual circumstances. So that's why I said, if I can help you in any way, please just drop me a message, and I will try to anyway. Yeah. How are you bettering yourself? If you've watched this video, can you leave a comment with, what was that black thing? If you got all the way through, leave a comment with what was that black thing, just to confuse it out of other people. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening on your chosen podcasting platform. If you could please give this video a like, that would mean so much. And if you could please subscribe, that would mean even much more. That's an oxymoron. That doesn't work.